Kia ora, g'day, and welcome to the history of Aotearoa, New Zealand. As you may or may not have noticed, there was no episode last week. This was meant to be a small break for myself during the Christmas period to refresh, recharge, and prepare myself for all the great stuff we have coming in the new year. As those of you who follow me on Twitter or Facebook will know, this isn't exactly how it panned out. 5 weeks ago, I was approached by Sam of the Pax Britannica podcast to do a guest episode for him. Pax Britannica is a podcast all about the British Empire, starting from the reign of King James VI and I, the British monarch that most people skip over because he sits squarely between Elizabeth I, who is, well, Elizabeth I, and Charles I, the one who arguably started the English Civil War. So Sam asked if I could do an episode on something related to the British Empire. And since the history of New Zealand after the arrival of Europeans is basically all empire all the time, there was a lot I could have done. In the course of my research for the Tāmoko episodes though, I had come across something that I thought would be interesting, and instead of having a nice chilled out 5 weeks, I was frantically researching, writing, and everything else to get it all done. It was hectic, I mildly lost my sanity, and then I decided to record it the day after my work Christmas do, where I was belting out karaoke bangers, so my voice was a bit huskier than usual. In the end though, I came out with the longest episode I have made to date, all about the life of Barnet Burns, an Englishman who came to Aotearoa as a harakeke trader and had a bunch of amazing adventures. The story itself is one that is fascinating on its own, but it also serves as a nice practical application of nearly everything we have discussed in Hans thus far. Given it is for a slightly different audience, we do retread a bit of ground as well, and I take a bit of a different approach to the usage of te reo Māori. So overall, I think it is a good little end-of-year episode wrapping up most of what we have learned in a practical, real-world story. It also contains the odd sneak peek at some of the stuff we will learn about Tāmoko next year as well, if that entices you. So head over to Pax Britannica if you want to hear me talk for an hour about the life of Barnet Burns and his adventures here in Aotearoa. Next week will be the AMAA episode, where I'll be answering your questions that you have sent in. If you have any burning questions you want to ask me, you still have time to send them in via Twitter, Facebook, email, or on the website. Just search History of Aotearoa New Zealand Podcast, or just History Aotearoa to find me. Aotearoa, of course, spelt Aotearoa. I hope you all have a fun and safe holiday season. As always, haere tu atu, hoki tu mai, and a meri kirihimete, Merry Christmas to you all.